Now, I want to take a second and show you our brand new product. It's called the BTC package, and it was introduced to the marketplace on April 1st. Now, we did have a soft launch for the month of March for the people that were already in our program, but with this program, anyone can participate in the profit of Bitcoin mining. Let's talk about this package and tell you how it works. Now, I need you to change your thought process a little bit here. I need you to think differently, because with this product, you have to use Bitcoin, okay? And it's something that's revolutionary and new and different. I'm going to show you a couple of examples of how it works, but I need you to really just kind of clear your mind and think differently, okay? Now, each Bitcoin package, each BTC package costs 50 euro, and you always must purchase these BTC packages in Bitcoin, okay? But the set price is 50 euro. Now, what this product does is it goes out in the marketplace and it works for you for an average of 140 market days. That's about 6 months, just a little more than 6 months. And when I say that it works for you, it has been returning about 1%, an average of 1% every single day of return of capital for 140 or so market days. That's a total of 140%. Now, when the BTC package reaches 140%, that's when it will expire and it won't exist anymore. But you have received a 40% return. Now, that could happen in 130 days. It could happen in 150 days. But at 1% average a day, which is what it's been averaging over the last 60 days, we're real excited about this product. Now, I know it's kind of hard to get this and kind of take it in. So what I want to do is I want to show you an example. And I'm going to use in this example 1,000 euro and 20 BTC packages. And I'm doing that just for simplicity's sake, because 1,000 euro is a nice round number. So you have 20 BTC packages, and they go out there and they run for about 140 market days. And they're going to average, or what they have been averaging, is 1% every day of return of capital. Now, let me explain that before we go on. Every single day, USI Tech pays you 1% in your back office in Bitcoin. 1% of whatever your investment is, they pay to you in your back office, and you can take that money out and use it every day, or you can leave it in there and put it into the automatic buy program. And I'm going to show you how that works in just a second. But let me go back to the example for a second. So we bought 20 packages for about 1,000 euro. It went out and it worked in the marketplace for about 140 days, and it returned you an average of 1% a day. At the end of the life of the Bitcoin package, you would have 1,400 euro. And guys, that doesn't include the value of Bitcoin going up. Because remember, we're paying you in Bitcoin every day at the value that Bitcoin is that day. And as Bitcoin goes up, and if anybody on this broadcast is watching Bitcoin, this weekend on Saturday, it hit over $2,000 for the first time. So it is just going up over and over and over. It has actually doubled in value since we started 60 days ago. Now, the next thing I want to show you, if that wasn't good enough, I want to show you how USI Tech has introduced something called the Automatic Rebuy Program. And what that means is, instead of taking that money out every single day, you can use something called the compounding effect and have it work for you instead of against you. Now, what does that mean, Dan? What it means is, all of our lives, compounding, or the compound effect, and if you don't know what that is, after this broadcast is over, go look it up on Google. There's a lot of great videos on it. But let me just give you a quick example. Let's say you buy a house. No, let's go back to just stay with me for a second. Let's say you buy a house for, I don't know, $250,000, okay? Your monthly payment on that house is going to be about $750 to $800, depending upon your interest rate. And that means that over 30 years, you would pay the bank back over $500,000. over $500,000, twice the value of the house. That is compounding working against you. Now let me show you how USI Tech has figured out a way to make the automatic rebuy work for you. Now I'm going to use the same example I used earlier, 20 BTC packages, and you bought them for €1,000. On day one, remember, you bought these in Bitcoin, okay? On day one, you bought 20 packages for about 0.5 Bitcoin, okay? About 0.5 Bitcoin. That's about today's rates. Now look what happens by day 140. You own 78 USI Tech BTC packages, and the value of that is about 1.25 Bitcoin. 1.25 Bitcoin. And now let's take a look at 280 days, about a year, just a little more than a year. You would own 126 BTC packages with a value of 2.5 Bitcoin. That is a lot of money. One Bitcoin right now is worth a little more than $2,000. Now, you know, the next thing that people ask me all the time is, you know, Dan, you started out and you said, I need to put $5,000 in to retire, and I don't have $5,000. You said, you showed me an account that had $100,000, and I really don't have $100,000, and Dan, I don't even have $1,000 to get an account started. So what can I do? And that's a question that Patty and I get asked every single day. Well, I put together another what if. What if you started today with, let's say, 2 BTC packages worth 0.05 Bitcoin? Now, I know nobody doesn't, well, most of us don't know the math for that, but that's about 50 euro, 0.05 Bitcoin, or a little more than $100, okay? So let's say you started with 2 BTC packages today, and you left it there for just 1 year. Your account would have grown to about 10 BTC packages worth 0.25 Bitcoin. Now, guys, again, that's a little more than 500 euro. It's a little more than $500 in just 1 year. And remember, you started with only 0.5 Bitcoin. Now, how many of us have control? How many of us really want to retire? How many of us really want to get some extra money? Well, let's say you left it there for 5 years. Just 5 years. Look what happens over that amount of time. You would have over 2,000 BTC packages. And the value of those BTC packages, take a look at this. Almost 59 Bitcoins. Okay, let me do the math for you. That's about $120,000, about 115,000 euro. This is a program that anybody can get into because you can start with as little as 1 BTC package for about 55 US dollars, about 50 euro. You know, I want to end tonight with asking just one more question. And that question is, if anything that you have seen tonight on this broadcast makes any kind of sense to you, if anything that I'm talking about says, wow, I need to look at that a little bit more, ask yourself this question. Don't you think you should take a look? Don't you think you should take the time to investigate what we're doing? It could change your future. It's never too late to get started. I'm going to leave you tonight with the Facebook address, the live stream address, and our website address. For all of you out there, I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight and taking the time on this Sunday night. For Patty Hunt, my incredible wife and partner, and myself, Dan Hunt, I wish everyone to have a wonderful rest of today wherever you are in the world, and an even better day tomorrow.